Hey everyone, it's time again to recap the latest news from the solar PV industry, compiled by the American Solar Energy Society. I'm Jay Warmke with SolarPVTraining.com, and this is what's happening in the wonderful world of solar for the week of October 5th. Data centers in PJM, the largest U.S. regional power grid operator that serves customers from New York to Chicago, are adding billions of dollars to ratepayers' electricity bills and increasing the odds of potential power shortages, a new analysis suggests. Projected electricity demand from the rise of AI are rippling across the U.S. power grids. A report from Monitoring Analytics, the independent market monitor for Eastern Grid Operator PJM interconnection, estimated that the current and planned peak power will add nearly 12,000 megawatts of expected peak power demand next summer. Added power demand drove up PJM's July capacity auction by $7.2 billion. That's an 82% increase over the previous auction. The National Resource Defense Council projected this week that PJM customers could see an increase in utility bills of up to $163 billion through 2033 because of the steady growth of data center power demand. According to the report, by 2028, in just 3 years, an average family in the region will be paying around $70 a month extra on their electricity bills because of forecasted data center growth. Another dynamic that will likely push electricity bills even higher is the rising cost of natural gas. U.S. government forecasts put natural gas at $4 per million BTU in 2025 and $4.90 in 2026. This is more than double 2024's $2.20 per million BTU average. These price increases will flow directly to electric rates. Natural gas prices are rising due to an increasing global demand driven by high liquid natural gas exports to Asia and Europe and strong domestic consumption for electricity, especially for data centers. This surge in demand is outpacing supply growth, leading to lower natural gas storage levels. Currently, natural gas is the fuel source for about 40% of all U.S. electrical generation. It is estimated that a doubling of the cost of gas will add between 3 and 6 cents per kilowatt hour to most residential electric bills. And the U.S. Department of Energy, or the DOE, has announced the termination of 321 financial awards supporting 223 energy projects for a total of about $7.56 billion. Analysts have noted that these cancellations appear to be politically motivated, as all of the projects that were defunded were in states that voted for former Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 election. The projects are in California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. Democratic lawmakers and consumer advocates said that the DOE's funding cancellation is illegal and is an example of an administration executing a political vendetta that will hurt all Americans. Contractors across the country are anticipating that the government shutdown that went into effect last Wednesday will have a lasting impact on energy construction projects already underway. The stoppage will freeze construction immediately on federal sites, both temporarily and perhaps permanently. In the electrical sector, the shutdown could also affect state-run energy programs that are funded through appropriations, including energy efficiency programs, utility assistance for low-income households, revolving energy funds. It could also slow or halt the approval or oversight process for new energy infrastructure that may not be directly funded by the federal government. Though money could technically be in place, a shutdown could still sideline contracting officers and other oversight staff, and that could leave projects stuck in neutral. Being in a state of limbo will have an immediate effect on contracts as well as the supply chain. Prices are locked in for only a limited period of time, and prolonged delays could force suppliers to rebid their pricing and contractors to remobilize their crews at added cost. A review of data released by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC, reveals that the combination of wind and solar accounted for 90% of new electrical generating capacity added to the grid in the first 7 months of 2025. In July, solar alone provided 96% of new capacity, making it the 23rd month in which solar has led among all new energy sources. It should be noted that FERC data only reports utility-scale projects and that rooftop solar on homes and businesses are not included. It's assumed that rooftop solar makes up about 25% of new generating capacity. The 432 units of utility-scale solar added during the first 7 months of 2025 total just over 16 gigawatts and were almost 3/4 of the total new utility-scale capacity placed in service from all sources. For the first 7 months of 2025, the combination of wind and solar was 89.6% of new capacity, while natural gas provided just 10.2%. And that's the news from the solar industry for this week. We'll see you again next week.